along with a team of officers, arrived to that area just after 10 a.m. Sunday.
A joint operation was put into place by the Drug Enforcement Unit Office, along with the Real Crime Time Center, along with officers from the Criminal Record Office. As a result, sometime 2 days ago, the Drug Enforcement Unit Office would have came into this area where they would have conducted surveillance. While in there, they would receive some additional information, which resulted in 5 males, Jamaican nationals, being arrested for cultivating these fields.
The suspects range in age between 40 and 57 years of age, with at least one of those men on site providing a report to investigating officers.
At this time, it's difficult now to give the estimated street value because it's 4 acres, like different sections and different acres of land here, as you could see. So we'll have to uproot those plants and count them individually.
Police also describing that operation as strategic, as there were trip lines erected along with a camouflage structure and a shallow well likely intended to assist with irrigation. Police also responding to the possibility of the men working with others.
Well, we're still early in the investigation. As our investigation goes on, and we'll be able to determine to see if they are connected with any locals here in the Bahamas.
Officers say they are satisfied to have discovered this operation, which likely was intended for sale throughout the country, and remain in pursuit of their mandate to protect and serve.
So the reason why we're here today is we have a mandate in the Drug Enforcement Unit. As long as someone deal with illegal drugs or distribute illegal drugs, we're here to enforce the law. As long as the law is on the books, then we'll enforce the law and bring those persons to justice.
By news time, the number of suspects had increased to 6, all of whom are expected to answer to a number of related charges from this latest drug bust. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Back here in the capital, a traffic fatality taking place overnight in the area of the Charles Sanders Highway around 8:30, involving a single vehicle operated by a lone driver. Chief Superintendent David Lockhart shared these details on the scene.
EMS and police was dispatched. On arrival, the police found a single vehicle off in the center of the median of Gulf Coast Boulevard. At the time, it was occupied by a single male that was trapped in the vehicle that had to be extricated with the use of jaws of life from the fire department. As a result of the collision, the single driver received serious injuries and was transported to the accident and emergency section. What I can confirm now, it has been confirmed that he is deceased. We will still be waiting proper identification once our next of kin have been notified.
Well, a family of 6 losing everything today after a fire blazed through their Bamboo Crest home Sunday afternoon. 2 fire trucks and police department personnel could be seen in the front of the Aqua building. Valerie Bryce, who lives there with 5 family members, including her 86-year-old mother, recalls what she witnessed after returning from the grocery store this afternoon.
When I came home, walking through the corridor, my nephew ran out of his room and he said that he smelled smoke. And all of a sudden, I smelled smoke. So I went to go to my mom's bedroom. And when I went up that way to her bedroom, smoke was coming from her room, her bedroom. Well, I looked around for her, but she was in the dining room eating her food. Thank God for that.
Also making news tonight, Health and Wellness Minister Dr. the Honorable Michael Darwell wrapping up a tour of clinics from Inagua in the south straight up to the northern Bahamas. The plan to improve infrastructure, particularly as we're in the midst of the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season.
Some of the clinics are compromised. We have some roof damages. We have issues as it relates to staff shortages. A lot of the challenges we face is with air conditioning and electrical deficiencies at our clinics. And we intend to really address them, to prepare so that no further damages will take place at the clinics, so that when the IDB loan facilities for restoration and repairs take place, we will make sure that the assessments was satisfactory, and we are able to finish the work in a timely fashion. My job now is to basically make sure that the clinics are ready, to award the necessary contracts to get them up to par, and to ensure that the preparatory work for the activation of the IDB loans, which would be latter part of this year, early next year, would be in place.
Well, making up the delegation included architects, engineers, and quality surveyors, in addition to health officials. The health minister also addressed his expectation of the mental health bill set to be debated in the upcoming session of Parliament.
This bill, I think, leads the way in the Caribbean. We're serious about addressing the mental health issues, and we want to take full control of the issues that we constantly popping up in the community. We have issues with post-traumatic stress disorders associated with COVID, Dorian, Hurricane Matthew, and the list goes on and on. We have mechanisms in place to deal with that. We have tools and strategies to help individuals who are homeless, who have mental illness. In the bill, we speak about protecting those who have mental illness to ensure that their lives and their ability to earn an income is protected. And we are about to go into public consultation in the community now to see exactly if there's any additional things we need to put in the bill.
Well, for the last 2 nights, we've been talking about the Minamata Convention, dealing with mercury, its side effects, and raising awareness. But there's also this among the recommendations advanced by the Department of Environmental Planning and Protection, that legislation be enacted to ban or restrict the importation of mercury, mercury compounds, and mercury-added products. Additionally, officers of the Bahamas Department of Customs and Excise must be trained and equipped to identify and handle products containing mercury. It's also recommended that the Bahamas prepare a national plan setting out the measures to be taken to control releases and the expected targets, goals, and outcomes for submission to the conference of parties by February 2024. Also, the preparation of a mercury policy is recommended in the convention relevant to the Bahamas, and the proposed measures for complying are set out. Well, still to come in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, BTVI to assist high school students to catch up. The details of that and other stories after the break.
I'm so glad you get me out this house. Things been rough since Marvin died from COVID.
You know I have for you. How the children coping?
They all right. They going out with their friends more.
At least they vaccinated, so you know they safe.
Well,
Debbie, you serious? You ain't vaccinate the children after what happened with Marvin and they over 12?
I hear so much things about this COVID vaccine. I know what to think.
Debbie, what you mean? We know they're safe, just like the other ones we to get. You forget how JJ had COVID plus he got sugar? He only pulled through because of the vaccine.
I will in Keisha, but I scared. I can't lose my children too.
Well, Debbie, this COVID ain't over yet. Please carry the children to one of them government clinic. Y'all go get vaccinated and protect yourself and your family.
Thanks, Keisha. I will make sure my family's safe.
You better. Hey, chef, fix us up. I hungry bad.
Vaccinate today, live tomorrow. A message by PAHO, WHO, Canada, and USAID.
My name is Kevin Culmer, Executive Chef, CEO, and founder of Tropical Gyros. The Bahamas has a serious problem with obesity, diabetes, and other non-communicable diseases. There has been a void in the market for a healthier, affordable, handheld alternative. Tropical Gyros is a product that I created to fill that void. Now, it is time for Tropical Gyros to take our popular brand to the next level. We are inviting you to join us. Own a slice of the gyro and help raise the 800,000 we need to execute our expansion.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Thanks for staying with us. Representatives from the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute making the rounds in various communities, registering students for the government's National Smart Start program. The initiative, a collaboration with the Ministry of Education, BTVI, and other partners, is geared towards making a trades pathway for students who were left academically behind during the COVID-19 pandemic, giving them the opportunity to get workforce readiness certificates. BTVI Vice President of Fund Development, Alicia Thompson, spearheaded the team at the Celebration of Love event on the George Buster Park Saturday. She says they've seen a positive level of engagement from the public over the past few weeks.
From weekend to weekend, you will find us in the various constituencies. You're going to find us in the mall. Last weekend, for example, we were at the Peace on the Streets tournament where the clergymen were playing against the politicians. And so it's important. There are students who became disengaged during the pandemic period, and we need to engage those. We need to re-engage them. So we're out here now sharing information about that program. We're actually registering persons on site because we need to get those students to learn a trade and to earn a living.
Well, Thompson says students enrolled across the archipelago will have access to getting certifications in mechanics, beauty, construction, and fashion trades in this initial phase, and they plan to expand in the variety of courses based on the demand.
Every single island of the Bahamas is a part of this and will be included. And so we are encouraged. We are encouraged not only by the efforts of BTVI, but also by the efforts of our partners. And so we are so pleased today that the Urban Renewal Center has also joined with us. And we thank Urban Renewal because they have embraced us. We do anticipate that some of our training will also be offered at some of the centers of urban renewal throughout the country.
Also making news tonight, Bamboo Town residents among many Bahamians now benefiting from government's Park Connect free internet program. Scores turning out on Kennedy Park for the launch of the new project. Here's Desmond Sanders with more.
I'm a resident of Clark's Way. I live in Bamboo Town. I think it's polling division 14. And people can come from all walks. They can sit here under the light. The light's 24 hours. So you can be online, do what you have to do.
Bamboo Town resident Charles William Major III, gleeful over government's new free internet access program. With the touch of a screen, he, along with thousands, can enter the digital world with ease. Over 52 parks and public spaces in the country now equipped with Wi-Fi access. The project is a campaign promise fulfilled by the Davis administration. Bamboo Town Member of Parliament Patricia DeVoe.
Over the past 2 years, especially coming out of the pandemic, a lot of the constituents were without access to internet. You had to choose whether you're going to buy food or you're going to pay those internet bills.
This Kennedy Community Park, one of many hotspots to be outfitted with internet access. The area member of Parliament thinks the project is an added boost for constituents.
So I'm excited, and especially for our kids. They're the ones who felt it most. While they might have had the tablets, they did not have the internet access. So for online learning, this is a big boost for us. Online banking, e-passports, everything that is online, this is a big boost. And you could do it right from the comfort of your park. Can you imagine that?
The program is a partnership between the Office of the Prime Minister, the Ministry of Economic Affairs, the Bahamas Public Parks and Beaches Authority, the Bahamas Telecommunications Company, and Cable Bahamas.
Say when we were first contacted by the government in regards to this project, we were elated to take part in it because we understood more so the gap for connectivity for so many Bahamians.
Responsible for all of the parks and the public beaches, as you are aware. We played a very instrumental role in ensuring that all the infrastructure was in place, working along with Cable Bahamas, of course, making sure that electricity, that the parks were metered.
The national Wi-Fi rollout, part of a larger strategy to close a digital divide in our local community. Connectivity for community centers next on the government's agenda. Desmond Saunders for the Bahamas Tonight.
Well, the Garden Hills community also joining the free Wi-Fi Connect movement Saturday, making Wi-Fi access available for residents there. It's something the Davis administration plans to ensure is available on parks throughout the country. Garden Hills Member of Parliament Mario Boleg says the park at Garden Hills #1 is the first that was powered up with the free Wi-Fi, something he considers a necessity.
We know the cost of living is going up, and there are so many things that are going up, but we believe that the internet access for the all in the community, and especially our young people, are able to have access to the internet to be able to do their schoolwork, for persons to be able to do research and do any type of business aspect that they need by the use of the Wi-Fi. And it's very most important, as we know, social media is leading the way right now, and so this allow our young students and also any of the adults in the community to be able to come on the park. If current is off at home and they have no access to Wi-Fi, that they come with you and get free Wi-Fi.
Boleg says the initiative is timely with back to school just around the corner.
We don't want it to be any excuse why kids are not able to have access to Wi-Fi to do any research or any study that they need to do their schoolwork. And so now that they're going back to school, we want to make sure that my community, along with other communities throughout the length and breadth of the Bahamas, the initiatives is being launched. And there are more parks to be filled with Wi-Fi. And so I'm just happy to know that Garden Hills, number one, where the majority of the constituents in Garden Hills will be able to have access free to this Wi-Fi internet access right away.
Well, lively performances and looking for ways to give back is something the singing bishop is known for, and on Saturday he joined other Bahamian artists on Junkanoo Beach for a mini concert and a move to feed hundreds. Take a look. Bishop Lawrence rolled with some fancy footwork at Junkanoo Beach on Saturday, putting on a performance for residents and visitors alike. It was all for one worthy cause.
Today is a special day in which we are giving back to the community. Here at the Tiki Hut, we're going to feed over 200 plus people. Something ordinary, something different. Usually it's done at the church, but we want to bring the people out to enjoy the Bahamas just like anybody else. The visitors get to enjoy this, but we want the average Bahamian, the less fortunate ones, to come out, enjoy our beaches, enjoy the good food, enjoy the daiquiri, enjoy the crack conch, and enjoy some good Bahamian entertainment.
President of the Bahamas Electrical Workers Union, Kyle Wilson, explaining the idea behind the event. Some of the other Bahamian artists taking part included Nishi Ellis, Nehemiah Heald, and Veronica Bishop. A view of home explaining why it was important for them to be a part of the concert.
This is the bishop we're talking about. This is the man that has fed the hungry for years. And so it was an honor to have been chosen to want to take part and just helping him and assisting him in any way possible to make the funds needed to continue to feed the people, because that's what's most important. Ensuring that every mouth is fed, you know, and I've been an avid supporter and avid follower of him for a very long time. I'm a huge fan.
Well, I was asked to come and do it, and I thought it was a good idea. The gentleman connected with me through Bishop Lawrence Rule, and he told me what he was doing, and it's always good to give back.
President of the Junkanoo Beach Association and operator of the Tiki Bikini Hut, Byron Austin, coming out of the kitchen from preparing meals to share why he took part in the event.
Opportunity that we can have to showcase the talent of the Bahamas to the world, I'm on board. So I felt that this was an awesome opportunity to bring all of our talent together and give our tourists a taste of who we are as Bahamians.
And of course, we would hear from Bishop Lawrence Roll, who expressed similar sentiments.
Anytime we come to that charitable work and people helping people, I'm a part of it. Because I know what it is. There are times some of them can't even find water to drink. And look what the Lord is doing today. And as you can see, we got great entertainers. They come and they entertaining. I just love it.
As we head to the break, we'd like to thank all of our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
Good to grow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. Cause if it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
Climate change, conservation, and food security. Those are the areas newly crowned Miss Bahamas Universe Angel Cartwright wants to focus on during her reign. Recently, the beauty queen paid a courtesy call on executives at the Ministry of Agriculture, Marine Resources, and Family Island Affairs and told officials that she has taken a particular interest in conch conservation, something that was pleasing to Minister of Agriculture, Marine Resources, and Family Island Affairs, Clay Sweeting.
A conch conservation project to see how they can grow them in the wild in Exuma, Bahamas National Trust. So that's one project they're looking at. We got to analyze the specifics. I just received it actually Friday, so it's interesting that you mentioned that.
Ms. Cartwright, who is a private banker by profession, says she also wants to work with nonprofit organizations throughout the country.
With my efforts in promoting conservation and preventing climate change, I would like to incorporate ESG investing, which is environmental, social, and governance investing, to encourage investors to contribute and give back to organizations, nonprofit NGOs.
National Director for Miss Bahamas organization, Anthony Smith, says he's looking forward to Miss Cartwright doing well at the Miss Universe competition and encourage Bahamians to support the organization in its efforts.
Simply because the Miss Universe international and global platform has been on conservation, energy saving, sustainability, all of those things. What has happened in the past years as far as pageantry is concerned, people are of the opinion when you go to the international competition, you know, it's a private company that owns all the pageants. All of us who are directors, we all own our own various pageants and have our title holders. But when you go to the world's largest and most prestigious competition like the Miss Universe, people are of the opinion that you have the whole country behind you when they look at that sash, because my company's name is not on that sash, my family's name is not on that sash, the sponsors who back, nobody's name is on that. The only name that is on that sash is Bahamas.
Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Kendia Smith.
Hello, summer. Escape into summer when you fuel up with Shell. Every time you purchase $20 gas, you're entered to win your share of over $50,000 in cash prizes and fantastic trips, including a staycation at Grand Island Exuma, a shopping spree in Miami, and a 4-day trip to Las Vegas to see John Legend live. To enter, fuel up at Shell with $20. Go to winwithshellbahamas.com and let the fun begin. Say hello, summer with Shell today. Conditions apply. Hello, summer.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your Sunday sports, everyone. Well, it was the final game of the Summer of Thunder and the Big Blue Bahamas Tour. The Bahamas men's national basketball team suited up to take on arguably the greatest college basketball program of all time, the University of Kentucky Wildcats, this afternoon at the Baltimore Ballroom. Kentucky faithful packing the arena, and the Bahamian contingent showing themselves as well. In the house will be the nation's chief prime minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, along with the Minister of Youth, Sports, and Culture, the Honorable Mario Bullock. Prime Minister would help lead the Wildcats in their famous Y chant during the second half of the game. But as for the play on the court, it would be a tale of two halves for the 2-4-2. Early on, it would be a close affair, thanks to the steady play from veterans Jerron Keno Burrows and Kentuan Smith and young guard Dominic Bridgewater would help the Bahamas get out to an 8-point lead with just under 5 to go in the first half before Kentucky would go on a run of their own to close and go up by 1 after 1, 41-40. In the second half, though, it would be all Big Blue as Kentucky's shooting and athleticism would prove to be a bit too much on this day for Team 242. They would cruise to a 98-74 victory.
Issue tonight, I think our bigs really played well. In the first half, it was our intention to beat them down low because we know that they weren't strong down low. Perimeter-wise, they could shoot the ball, they could stretch it out there long. But I think we took our advantages and we made it happen in the first half. Second half, 80% of this game is mental, and I think we broke down. We missed shooters, we missed assignments, and we got frazzled. We let them speed us up, and so the game got away from us. But all in all, I think it was a great effort.
As for the positive takeaways.
Some of the positive from the game was I wanted to get those younger guys in because the opportunities are endless for those guys. Like at the end, I wanted the coaches, the scouts to see some of those young guys so that they can get an opportunity because playing in these type settings and tournaments bode well for them and their continued development. So it was good for me to get them in there so that they can be seen.
You know, what more could you ask for? This team ain't really had a practice. We walked through it one day. They just played 4 games in a row, so their chemistry that's what they're here for, chemistry. So to give them a good first half was definitely in the plans. And in the second half, you know, I think we get a little bit tired, and then, you know, we gave the younger guys some burn, which was also a part of this to give them exposure also. So, and I also feel like for the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, a lot of us who are thinking about being on the 24 that might be used with the team, we all had a chance to get out here against high-level competition, find a little chemistry early. So a lot of good stuff came out of it, man. And
Kentucky assistant coach Orlando Antigua on the team's performance.
I mean, the tour was a huge success for us as a team. Obviously, the games that we got a chance to play, we learned a lot about ourselves. This game against the Bahamas team was one that was physical, one that was well coached, with a bunch of veterans. Quick turnaround from last night's game to this game, early game. And we got a chance to see a lot of things. We got tested a little bit, which was great, which is what we needed. Our families really enjoyed being on the island. The kids have enjoyed being at the resort, and our fans have loved the whole experience, which is, you know, the Bahamas has treated us well over the years, and which is why we like coming back.
He adds that much-needed chemistry was established during this trip.
So, you know, you get a chance to share some experiences. You get a chance to get away from basketball, and the kids are on the slides. They're out on the beach. They're out on the boat. They've gone fishing. You know, they've done so many things to enjoy the culture and the island, and it leans to bonding, to bringing the kids together so they have a shared experience that they're going to be able to remember for the rest of their lives.
And that's been Look at Your Sports on this Sunday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
As we can say that Marsh Harbor is totally gone. The Abaco people here is resilient.
So you're looking forward now to what's ahead.
Join us for 1 week as we give you an in-depth look at rebuilding Abaco, beginning August 29th through September 2nd from 2 to 4 p.m., only on the ZNS Network.
My name is Kevin Culmer, Executive Chef, CEO, and founder of Tropical Gyros. The Bahamas has a serious problem with obesity, diabetes, and other non-communicable diseases. There has been a void in the market for a healthier, affordable, handheld alternative. Tropical Gyros is a product that I created to fill that void. Now, it is time for Tropical Gyros to take our popular brand to the next level. We are inviting you to join us. Own a slice of the gyro and help raise the $800,000 we need to execute our expansion.
Depending on your neck of the woods in the capital, it was a very warm day. Well, it's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Jimenita. We are currently under partly cloudy skies outside of our studios. Temperature at 88 degrees, the relative humidity 61%. We have east-southeast winds at 6 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,015.0 millibars. That is 29.96 inches, and the pressure is rising. Temperatures around the islands this evening. We have 84 degrees in Marsh Harbor, Abaco, Greenville Key at 86. 86 also in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Berry Isles at 87. Allenstown, Bimini, 86 degrees. 87 in Harbor Island, Roxanne, Eleuthera 88, 87 in Black Point, Exuma, and Kemp's Bay, South Andros, Fresh Creek and Central Andros at 85 degrees. Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, 89 degrees, 82 in Georgetown, Exuma, 89 in Ragged Island, Clarence, Down Long Island, and Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Maguana, 87, Acklands and Matthewtown, Inagua at 87 degrees, and Turks and Caicos Islands at 84 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight through Monday in the northwestern central islands. Those winds remain light and variable with flat seas, 1 to 3 feet. High tide takes place at 10:41 this evening. Another high tide at 11:09 tomorrow morning. For the southeastern islands through Monday, southeasterly winds at 10 to 15 knots and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. In the tropics, we continue to have that Sahara dust, keeping a lid on development there, but a couple of tropical waves continue to ride towards the west with no significant chance of development over the next 5 days. Satellite pictures showing a little troughing across the northwest Bahamas, and that will continue to support pockets of showers and isolated thunderstorms through tomorrow. And our forecast for tonight, partly cloudy, a bit warm with a couple late night showers developing, 79 degrees for your low. And tomorrow it is going to be partly sunny, still very hot with widely separated afternoon thunderstorms. 88 degrees for the high temperature, and the extended weather forecast looks like this. We're going to have those isolated showers and thunderstorms right into Tuesday. Things get a little better at the middle of the week, and it looks pretty great the rest of the week. Germany.
Thanks, Basil, and that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.